In the world of firearms, few terms are as widely used, and as widely misunderstood, as semi-automatic. It's a phrase that shows up in news headlines, military discussions, and civilian gun ownership debates, yet many people don't fully grasp what it actually means. So let's break it down in a clear, engaging way and explore how semi-automatic systems work, where they came from, and why they matter today. At its core, a semi-automatic firearm is one that fires a single round each time the trigger is pulled, automatically loading the next round into the chamber without requiring manual action from the user. That's the key distinction. One trigger pull equals one shot, but the firearm handles the process of ejecting the spent casing and chambering the next round on its own. This makes it faster and more efficient than older manual action firearms, like bolt action or pump action systems, where the user must physically cycle the mechanism between shots. To understand why this was such a revolutionary step forward, it helps to look back at the evolution of firearms. Early guns required multiple steps just to fire a single shot: loading powder, inserting a projectile, and priming the weapon. Over time, repeating firearms emerged, allowing multiple shots before reloading, but they still required manual cycling. The introduction of semi-automatic technology in the late 19th and early 20th centuries changed everything. It marked the transition into modern firearm design, where speed, efficiency, and ease of use became central priorities. The way a semi-automatic firearm works is actually a clever use of energy. When a round is fired, it generates gas pressure or recoil energy. Instead of letting that energy go to waste, the firearm harnesses it to cycle the action. In many designs, gas from the fired round is redirected through a small port to push a piston or bolt backward. This movement ejects the spent casing and compresses a spring. The spring then pushes the bolt forward again, picking up a new round from the magazine and chambering it. All of this happens in a fraction of a second, preparing the firearm for the next shot. There are different operating systems used in semi-automatic firearms. Gas-operated systems are common in rifles, while recoil-operated systems are often found in pistols. Despite their differences, the goal is the same: to automate the loading process while keeping control firmly in the hands of the user through the trigger. One important point to clarify is the difference between semi-automatic and fully automatic firearms. In a fully automatic weapon, holding down the trigger will result in continuous fire until the trigger is released or the ammunition runs out. In contrast, a semi-automatic firearm requires a separate trigger pull for each shot. This distinction is critical, especially when discussing regulations, military applications, or civilian ownership. Semi-automatic firearms are widely used across different sectors. In the military, they are standard for many service rifles and sidearms because they strike a balance between firepower and control. Soldiers can fire quickly when needed but still maintain accuracy and conserve ammunition. In law enforcement, semi-automatic pistols have largely replaced older revolvers due to their higher capacity and faster reloading capabilities. In the civilian world, semi-automatic firearms are popular for a variety of reasons. They are commonly used in sport shooting, hunting, and personal defense. For hunters, semi-automatic rifles can provide quick follow-up shots if needed, though many regions have regulations limiting magazine capacity. In competitive shooting sports, speed and precision are key, and semi-automatic platforms are often the preferred choice. Another reason for the widespread adoption of semi-automatic firearms is their user-friendly nature. Because the action cycles automatically, the shooter can focus more on aiming and less on operating the mechanism. This can make them easier to learn compared to manual action firearms, especially for beginners. However, like any tool, they still require proper training, handling, and respect for safety. Safety is a crucial aspect of any discussion about firearms. Semi-automatic systems, while efficient, must be handled responsibly. Basic safety rules, such as always treating a firearm as if it's loaded, keeping the muzzle pointed in a safe direction, and keeping your finger off the trigger until ready to shoot, are essential. Modern semi-automatic firearms often include additional safety features, such as manual safeties, trigger safeties, and drop safeties, all designed to reduce the risk of accidental discharge. Maintenance is another important factor. Semi-automatic firearms rely on moving parts and precise timing, so regular cleaning and proper lubrication are necessary to ensure reliable operation. Dirt, carbon buildup, or lack of maintenance can lead to malfunctions, which is why responsible ownership includes routine care and inspection. Over the years, semi-automatic technology has continued to evolve. Advances in materials, manufacturing, and design have made these firearms more reliable, lightweight, and accurate than ever before. Polymer frames, improved ergonomics, and modular components have all contributed to modern designs that are adaptable to different users and purposes. Despite their widespread use, semi-automatic firearms are often at the center of public debate. Discussions about regulation, safety, and their role in society can be complex and sometimes controversial. Understanding how they work and what they are, and are not, is an important step toward having informed conversations. It's also worth noting that the term, semi-automatic, applies to a wide range of firearms, from compact pistols to full-sized rifles. While they share the same basic operating principle, their design, purpose, and performance can vary significantly. This diversity is part of what makes semi-automatic systems so versatile. In practical terms, the advantage of a semi-automatic firearm lies in its balance. It offers faster follow-up shots than manual action firearms while maintaining a level of control that prevents continuous fire. This balance is one of the main reasons it has become the standard for so many applications around the world. As technology continues to advance, we may see further innovations in how semi-automatic systems operate. However, the fundamental concept, using the energy of a fired round to prepare the next one, will likely remain the same. It's a design that has stood the test of time and continues to shape the modern landscape of firearms. Whether viewed from a historical, mechanical, or practical perspective, semi-automatic firearms represent a major milestone in the evolution of weapon systems. They bridge the gap between older manual designs and more complex automatic systems, offering a combination of efficiency, control, and versatility that has made them a defining feature of modern firearms. Understanding them isn't just about knowing how they work, it's about recognizing their role in history, their impact on different fields, and the responsibility that comes with their use.